let's say we want to measure his abduction on his right side. What am I going to do? Okay, so first, yes, I would do the left, right? Take my measurement there to get my base of just the motion that I'm taking. So we'll just do we'll do passive range of motion for this one, okay? So I would measure his passive range of motion on his left to get my baseline. And then I want to get an end feel, so I'm going to take him passively through abduction. He's doing nice and stretchy. Nice and stretchy. Now you'll notice what happened to his hip. He externally rotated, right?
We don't want that.
We don't. We do not want that, because now what happens is we're actually starting to go into some flexion, okay? And it's really big when we're worrying about active range of motion, because we don't want those hip flexors to come into play, okay? So I'm going to try and keep him so that his knee, his patella, is straight up and down, and same with his toes. So I'm going to actually internally rotate him, or going to go against him. He's still stretchy. Okay, right there. Now, I know I can stop because number one, I'm getting that end feel. Number two, I can see his pelvis start to move. Okay. Now, that movement of the pelvis, it doesn't matter a ton when we're measuring this, because our alignment points actually move right along with the motion itself. So it's not going to change how big or how small or anything like that, but it tells us about where end range is. Okay? So if that's his passive, now I can say, hey, I want you to actively kick your leg out, just like I passively took it through. Okay? Again, try and keep those toes up. There we go, just like that. There, that was better. Okay? Now to make it easier for him-ish, because he's ridiculously long, I can do something to give him a little bit more support. And that is, I'm going to actually have you, there you go, scoot to that side, there we go, okay? Now to be safe, I would want to come over to this side, have him scoot over here, and then he's not afraid. And then I come all the way back over here, and it's a pain in the butt, but patient safety is number one, okay? So now he can go through that motion without having to really engage his hip flexors as much, because he's supported by the table through the majority of the motion. So I'll have you do it again. Let's see what happens. Good, okay? Now we're going to get our measurement. My alignment points. What do you think I want my fulcrum to be aligned with?
ASI.
The ASIS, okay? What about my proximal arm?
Other ASI.
The other ASIS. So I can actually have the patient help me out with this. So there's one ASIS. If you can find your other one there, good. And then I just want you to hold this arm right there, perfect. And then my distal arm is going to be lined up down mid-shaft of the femur, essentially mid-patella. That's what I'm lining up with, okay? And if I'm doing passive, I'm going to come here, and I'm going to move him out to the side until, again, I start to feel that end feel as well as see a little bit of movement. I can keep pulling, and that pelvis is just going to move right along with me, and it's going to stay. It'll essentially keep it at the same angle because it's that distal arm is, or excuse me, proximal arm is moving along with me. But there's the end range. I'm still aligned. I'm gonna pinch those together, let him relax, and oh crap! I forgot where my 0 was.
Oh no.
Oh no! Where was my 0 on there? Was it over here? Because there's a 0. No, it's up here, right? So remember, always find the 0. There's my number. I went that direction, and I just lost it. We'll say he got 45 degrees, okay, of hip ABduction.
That is so ideal.
So ideal. It's like perfect. You're perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Now we want to do ADduction. Okay. If we want to do ADduction, I want you to actively adduct or pull your leg. There we go. Okay. What did he have to do there?
Lift it.
You have to lift his leg over that one, or he can do that. We're getting a lot of other muscles and that we don't want to worry about. Okay. So how do we get around that?
Drop the leg off the table.
Could.
Put on
he might not be very comfortable doing that. Put them on their side, then it's gonna be hard to line up our Goni, right?
And lift the leg.
And lift the leg, it's gonna be like hyperextension all over again.
Angle them.
Angle them! We could. I want you to slide to this side now.
I thought for sure you got it right.
Okay?
Would you
So-
have the other leg and then go towards that?
Okay, so we know that abduction is going to be more than adduction, right? So now I can just have him move that leg out of the way. And I don't have to worry about it. If he's as far as he can go or close to it, I've only got 20 to 25 degrees that I'm going to be dealing with on this side. So I shouldn't hit that leg. Okay, so I just got it out of the way. And it makes it so that leg and movement is completely supported by the table itself. So my points are going to be the exact same. ASIS for one fulcrum, ASIS for that, oops, got the wrong arm there, for that proximal arm, down mid patella, and then I'm going to passively take him through. And again, when I start to feel that tightness, that end feel, or see his pelvis start to move just a little bit, just about right there. Pinch that, and ooh, 27 degrees. Zzz, as Greg says. Okay, so he's got a little bit more than normal as far as adduction.